Welcome back to the Alcohol Empowerment Channel. If you're new here, we're walking through a 31-day journey based on my book, The 31-Day Guide to Alcohol Empowerment. Each day offers space to reflect, to learn, and to slowly come home to yourself. Before we start, take a second to like this video and subscribe. It helps this message reach others who are ready to find peace and clarity too. Today is day 2, the impact of alcohol on the mind and body. And honestly, this one hits close to home. When I first started exploring my relationship with alcohol, I thought I knew the facts. I'd heard about liver damage and hangovers, the obvious stuff. But what I didn't realize was how subtly alcohol touched everything. My energy, my sleep, my focus, even my emotions. It was like a quiet background noise I'd gotten used to until the silence felt strange. Let's start with the body. Everyone talks about how alcohol affects the liver, and yes, it does, but its reach goes so much farther. Imagine dropping a stone into still water. The splash seems small at first, but the ripples spread across the entire pond. That's alcohol. It whispers into every system: your digestion, your heart, your hormones, your immune system. It interferes with the deep stages of sleep, where your body heals. It drains minerals that your cells rely on for energy. It even slows down the communication between your gut and brain, the very connection that influences mood and motivation. I remember one Sunday morning after a just 2 glasses night. Technically, I hadn't overdone it, at least by social standards, but I woke up groggy, restless, almost hollow. It wasn't guilt, it was depletion. My body wasn't mad, it was exhausted. That was the first time I really heard it say, "Please let me rest." Now let's talk about the mind. Alcohol is a master of illusion. At first, it feels like it's helping, loosening nerves, warming the edges of the day. But what's really happening is a chemical swap. Your brain trades its natural calm for a borrowed one. Here's the tricky part. Once the buzz fades, your brain tries to rebalance. That's when anxiety spikes. That's why you wake up at 3 a.m. with your heart racing, replaying random moments from the day. For me, it showed up as what I called the morning fog. That half-awake, half-ashamed confusion where even small tasks felt heavy. I'd drink extra coffee, scroll my phone, try to snap out of it. But what I really needed was compassion and hydration, not caffeine and self-criticism. When I finally stepped back, I realized something profound. Alcohol doesn't relieve stress. It delays it. It presses pause for a few hours, then hits play again, only louder. This isn't about shame, it's about awareness, because awareness is power. Once you start connecting the dots, the fatigue after a fun night, the mood dips on Sunday, the restless sleep, the irritability, you realize it's all part of the same conversation your body's been trying to have with you. Your body isn't betraying you, it's begging to be heard. Try this tonight. Before bed, place a hand over your chest, another over your belly, and ask, "What are you trying to tell me?" You might feel a heaviness, a tightness, or maybe relief. That's communication. That's connection. Let's bring in a little science with a gentle lens. Your liver processes about 1 drink per hour, but the alcohol itself begins affecting your brain within minutes. It floods your reward system with dopamine, that quick hit of, ah. Over time, your brain starts to expect that shortcut. That's why habits form so fast, and why moderation feels harder than it should. When you take even a short break, your brain begins to reset those pathways. That's when people start saying things like, "I feel clear again. I have energy in the mornings. My creativity came back." You're not imagining it. That's neuroplasticity, your brain healing itself. That's empowerment in motion. Let's pause here for a moment of reflection. Think of the last time you had a drink and thought, "I deserve this." Now ask yourself, what did you really deserve? Rest? Connection? Permission to relax? Those are valid needs. Alcohol just isn't the most nourishing way to meet them. When you begin meeting those needs directly, the craving loses power, because what you actually wanted was peace. Here are a few insights for today. Feel the physical effects. Be curious about how alcohol shows up in your body. Does it make you tired, bloated, achy, or dehydrated? Notice your skin, your eyes, your breath. Your body is full of truth when you learn to listen. Mind matters too. Pay attention to your emotions. Alcohol can dull joy as easily as it dulls pain. Have you noticed shorter patience, foggier focus, or heavier thoughts? Write them down. They're not proof of weakness, they're evidence of wisdom growing. See the bigger picture. The effects of alcohol accumulate over time, like a slow drip that eventually floods your balance. This awareness isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you. Because when you see clearly, you choose clearly. Let's integrate this with a small, compassionate action. Tonight, do a mind-body check-in. After dinner, sit quietly for 2 minutes. Notice your breath. Ask, how does my body feel right now? Ask, what is my mind craving, stimulation or stillness? Just notice. No fixing, no judgment. Awareness alone starts the healing. Now grab your journal. How has my physical health and energy been impacted by alcohol? How does alcohol play a part in my mood, thoughts, and emotions? What long-term shifts have I noticed in myself that might be due to alcohol? If I changed my drinking habits, what positive changes might I see in my body and mind? If you're using the 31-day guide to alcohol empowerment, you'll find space in today's section to reflect on these questions. Or just use a notebook you love. Let's close with a few affirmations. You can repeat them with me, or just breathe them in. I listen to my body and mind and make choices that honor my health. Health and clear thinking are at the top of my list. Every day, I choose what's good for my body and soul. My clarity is my strength, my body is my ally, my mind is my home. Thank you for being here today, for your openness and your willingness to look a little deeper. You're not just learning about alcohol, you're learning about you. If this message resonated, give it a like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. And if you want to go deeper, you can find the 31-day guide to alcohol empowerment linked in the description below. It's the companion to this entire series. Tomorrow, in day 3, we'll talk about reconnecting with your true self, how to fill the space that alcohol once occupied with purpose, presence, and peace. One day, one choice, one clear mind at a time.